მოგესალმებით მეგობრებო, მე ვარ Tamar Sopromadze და
So my name is Tamar Sopromadze, and I will go on with what we already started talking about in the course of the previous presentation. I will go on with the topics that Lana opened today's proceedings with, and for Georgians it's very hard to focus on anything else probably, and in the course of the conference a week ago I also mentioned it, and I will go on talking about it, and also having in mind the example given by our Ukrainian colleagues is that we need to go on fighting. And also my plea to our foreign colleagues, please observe what was happening in this country, because these events are quite important for deciding the fate of our country, and it's important to have you by our side and maybe pass through some hurdles together. The topic of my today's presentation is actually dedicated to the same topics that the ladies mentioned before me, our joint project, but seen at an angle of a non-governmental organization and not a museum in this case. And I will try to present to you as to how cooperation between museums and other organizations bring about some good and tangible results. As you might observe, these projects that helped us to prepare this exhibition that's been talked about already is dedicated to intangible cultural heritage. And intangible is something that you cannot touch with your hands. It's something not palpable, but something that is the person is keeping internally. And in order to establish what this intangible heritage is, you need to communicate with people. And museums might serve as a very best channel for such communication. I am representative of the Blue Shield National Committee, and our Georgian branch and international organization as well. Purpose and mission is to preserve heritage in case of crisis. Of course, in case of armed conflict, and in case of Georgia, of course, preservation of heritage of occupied territories. Let me broadcast the map of Georgia just in case, in order for it to be evident. So whatever you've got in different colors, it's the land of Georgia occupied starting with the 90s, and then in the 2000s, we've got two parts of our country taken away from us, amounting to 20% of the total footprint of the country, and several hundreds of people have been displaced, and they are living, they are distributed in different settlements around whatever is not colored on the map. In order to be able to carry out these projects at all, and to talk about intangible heritage for us as a non-governmental organization, it was of paramount importance to find ourselves a link between us and them, to find ourselves some bridge that would connect us. And in our case, the Diliahwe Valley Museum Reserve served just like that, and it's one of the most important organizations for the community itself. For the community living in this displaced people settlement, because it inspires the people living there, especially children who were probably born after the war already, who are living in this settlement for their whole lives. And it was very important for us to get them on board as well, to engage them as well, to have better contact with these people. Within the scope of this project, we also aimed to find such partners around other settlements as well, and we did find ourselves several societal centers whose main job is not, of course, preservation of heritage. They are pursuing different kinds of activities, but you might say that they might serve as museum-like institutions, because they are safe spaces where they can get together, can keep some precious treasures there, and can get there to talk to each other in safe environment. And it's very good for us as well, because it's a space where we can go to meet with them. There is a mutual trust and respect between us. Especially it's important when we are talking about preservation of traditions and talking to people traumatized by war experience about it. And we were very lucky that we have this kind of affinity now among ourselves, and we could not have achieved this on our own steam only. We were helped along with in this by several community organizations. And in those villages where you do not have any kind of communal organization, it's much harder to establish a contact with people for mere lack of physical space to get together and talk to in. By the way, we've gained several new partners in the course of our project. Now they are marked on the map in red dots in order to demonstrate to you how wide they are distributed. We are talking about the areas adjacent to the occupation line, but also settlements farther away from it. And what can we use as an indicator of success? How do we measure the success? Some of these partners are communal services, communal centers, educational organizations mainly, and we manage it to get them all together, organize several meetings of these people together in order to hear them out, to hear their ideas. How are we supposed to preserve these traditions better? Because we are talking about traditions, nothing tangible, but these traditions are currently part of the daily life. That's why it was easy for them to talk about it in any case. So in the course of these meetings, Deborah actually was attending these meetings, I remember, and she probably would agree with me that they were of the same opinion, that ideas were very diverse, very manifold as well, and we would like to express and implement them all. And what you see on this slide, it might not be looking as a proper exhibition, but it's a movable exhibition, and so it was designed in order for us to be able to bring it to these people, not to make them go somewhere, but for us to go to them, to be able to travel along with this exhibition in order to show them that their heritage is of import and it is worth preserving. And I do hope that this movable exhibition will keep on moving for a long, long time henceforward. And by the end of my presentation, I already mentioned several of my Georgian partners, but we've got some foreign partners and donors that are worth mentioning as well. Some Western foundations. And given the current situation in our country, non-governmental organizations are no longer as free as they used to cooperate with Western foundations, and the processes that are taking place is actually the battlefield from this standpoint as well, in order for us to be able to go on carrying out our work. Thank you very much.